Right, and to that rolling story and the big story of the week, the Kenya Meteorological Department has signaled a warning to the coastal region, stating that it will experience above average rainfall and occasional storms as well in the coming month of May. In a statement issued by the department, several regions across the country are also expected to receive above average rainfall. This in turn signaling that there is still no end in sight for the floods being witnessed in the country. And as NTV's Sydney Chazima now reports, the government has now centered its focus on intensifying flood mitigation programs, with those living on riparian land and flood-prone areas being urged to move in earnest.
The Kenya Meteorological Department now says that there is no end in sight for the protracted rainfall being witnessed in the country. And as explained by the director, David Gikungu, the current rainfall is heavier than normal because the country is still in the El Nino season.
At the time we were issuing the long rains forecast, it was very, very clear that the signal was still in force. When the signal is strong and the other features that cause rainfall over this area, the expectation is that the rainfall will be enhanced.
The department says almost all regions in the country will receive near to above rainfall in the month of May. But the coastal region is being touted as the next frontier for enhanced rains, even as the rains in other parts of the country recede.
The total amounts of rainfall expected in the month of May are likely to be near to above average. Occasional storms are also likely to be experienced. In this region, May marks the peak of the long rains.
And as the country struggles to stay afloat as the floods sweep through the land, an urgent cabinet meeting chaired by President William Ruto has resolved to put in place various mitigation plans, among them compensation on loss of houses and livestock for Mai Mahiu residents, and assisting those living in riparian land and other flood-prone areas to move to higher ground. County governments and other relevant disaster management departments are being urged to rechannel funds to the flood mitigation.
There is an article called Article 223 that gives the leeway to government officials that they can spend money that is actually not budgeted and they later come to parliament to ask for approval. So mimi ningewahimiza wale wote wanashikilia various departments, nyinyi tafadhali hata tumieni pesa haiko katika budget, kwa sababu ile tuko nayo sasa sio maneno ya kuulizana kama pesa inatosha.
Figures issued by the government now indicate that 169 people have so far lost their lives, 102 are injured, 91 remain missing, 30,099 have been displaced, with the total number of those affected by the ongoing flooding standing at 190,942. Sydney Chazima, NTV.
Well, we have plenty more of the coverage